Picture this: you're grinding every day, pushing yourself harder, setting goals and chasing dreams. But somewhere along the way, life hits back. Doubts creep in, frustration builds up, and the weight of negative feelings starts to pull you down. It's in these moments when giving up feels almost justified, like maybe the fight just isn't worth it anymore. Every journey worth taking will have its moments of doubt, frustration, and pain. But if you think about it, the very best achievements come with a struggle. The moments you face resistance are the ones that build you, shape you, and prove just how much you're willing to endure for what you want. Negative feelings aren't here to defeat you, they're here to define you. They are part of the journey, the unseen price of progress, and understanding this truth is the first step to overcoming them. Instead of resisting these emotions, embrace them as a sign that you're pushing yourself, reaching limits you might have never known. Negative feelings often emerge right at the moment when you're pushing past comfort, moving from the known to the unknown. That fear, that doubt, is the brain's way of trying to hold on to what it knows. So every time you start to feel these emotions, remember, it's proof that you're stretching yourself. Accepting them means acknowledging that you're in the process of growth, that you're not staying where it's safe and easy. It's easy to stay stagnant when everything feels comfortable, but it's during the moments of discomfort that you see the greatest progress. When you feel that friction, you're closer to breakthrough than you realize. Look at those negative emotions not as obstacles, but as a part of the price you pay for greatness. They are the silent test life throws at you, asking, how much do you really want this? Instead of running from the discomfort, lean into it. Every time a doubt arises or frustration builds, let it remind you of how much you're willing to work. When you accept the presence of these feelings, you gain a new layer of control where you're not running from your challenges, but facing them head on. They say the road is roughest when you're closest to your destination. And that's the mindset to keep. When you think about those who've achieved greatness, what stands out isn't the days they felt on top of the world, but the times they rose up when they felt low. Every low moment has the potential to transform you, to remind you of the strength you hold within. It's easy to feel motivated and inspired when things are going well, but character is built in the moments when things aren't. Accepting the journey means accepting the lows as well as the highs. It's about knowing that this is part of the process, not something to avoid, but something to embrace. Negative feelings can either be seen as a reason to stop or as proof that you're moving in the right direction. The moment you start to recognize that the journey itself includes struggle, that every setback is part of the script, you start to take control of how you handle it. Instead of being blindsided by the next wave of doubt or fear, you're ready for it. You start to anticipate that these emotions are part of what it means to grow. And instead of backing down, you brace yourself to keep going. The grind isn't meant to be easy, it's meant to be real, to test you. And in those tests, you find resilience. In the end, the truth is, every feeling of frustration, every moment of self-doubt is building you. It's adding layers of strength that won't show right now, but will show when you look back and realize how far you've come. When the grind gets tough and negative feelings start to weigh heavy, it's easy to forget why you started in the first place. The vision that once burned brightly can start to fade, clouded by doubt, frustration, and the constant noise of setbacks. But this is precisely when you need to refocus, reignite that vision. Go back to the purpose that fueled you to take on this path. Remind yourself why you chose this journey, why you wanted this goal so badly that you were willing to step out of your comfort zone. Purpose is your anchor, it's what grounds you, keeps you steady, and gives you the strength to keep grinding when everything else seems uncertain. In those moments of negativity, when everything feels like it's slipping out of reach, your vision can become the light you need to stay on track. Take time to sit with that vision. Picture it in your mind vividly. Remind yourself what achieving that goal will mean for you, for those around you, for your life. Visualizing that future, that better version of yourself, can turn those feelings of frustration into a deep drive. It's about holding that picture so clearly in your mind that it becomes real to you, so real that no temporary setback can shake your belief in it. Purpose is what fuels persistence, and persistence is what makes progress possible. The grind can be brutal, yes, but when you are fueled by purpose, even the hardest days become manageable. Purpose has a way of sharpening your focus, turning distractions into mere background noise. It reminds you that every struggle, every sacrifice, and every sleepless night is for a reason, for something greater than just the moment. It's not just about pushing through for the sake of it. It's about knowing that every step forward brings you closer to that vision. When negativity sets in, refocusing on your purpose brings clarity. It removes the doubts, silences the excuses, and strengthens the commitment to keep going despite the challenges. Purpose also has a way of reconnecting you to what truly matters. It's easy to get lost in the daily grind, ticking boxes, meeting deadlines, and handling pressures. But when you pause and refocus, you remember that this journey isn't just about tasks, it's about transformation. It's about becoming the person capable of achieving that vision. When you realign with that purpose, it stops being about short-term wins and losses and becomes about long-term fulfillment. Purpose allows you to see past the immediate pain, to look beyond the temporary obstacles, and to keep your eyes on what really counts. Refocusing on your purpose has a way of turning negativity into fuel. When you're driven by purpose, each setback is no longer a reason to quit, but a test to overcome. Instead of feeling defeated, you can see obstacles as opportunities to prove your dedication. When you remember your purpose, you remember that you're not grinding for applause, for validation, or even for quick success. You're grinding to become the person you envisioned at the start. You're here to build resilience, to grow stronger, and to make that vision a reality no matter how many times you stumble. In every journey, there are going to be distractions, fears, and doubts. But when your purpose is at the forefront of your mind, those negative feelings start to lose their hold. You're not on this path because it's easy. You're here because it's meaningful, because it's leading you to something bigger than where you are. In the midst of big goals and grand visions, it's easy to overlook the small wins along the way. But those small victories, they're the building blocks of greatness, each one a stepping stone carrying you closer to your ultimate destination. When you embrace these small wins, you're not just celebrating progress, you're training your mind to recognize growth, to see that every effort is paying off. Small wins are proof that the grind is working, that you're moving forward. They remind you that every step, no matter how small, is part of something much bigger. These small victories are like fuel for the journey. They give you the energy to keep pushing, to keep grinding, even when the big goals feel far away. Every little success tells you that you're on the right path, that what you're doing is creating change. So too often, people wait for massive results before they feel satisfied, but true progress is built on the little moments. By acknowledging these smaller achievements, you're constantly renewing your motivation, creating momentum that carries you through even the toughest days. Embracing small wins means you're finding joy in the process, seeing value in every stage of the journey. Progress, no matter how minor, is a signal that you're not where you started. Maybe it's waking up a little earlier each day, or completing one more task, or even shifting your mindset just a bit more toward resilience. These are the kinds of victories that show you transforming, that you're investing in your future self. When you take the time to notice these changes, you realize that progress is all around you, even if the final goal seems distant. These small wins remind you that success is in the process, not just the outcome. They show you that you're doing the work, building yourself up bit by bit every single day. Now, when you embrace small wins, you also shift your focus away from perfection. The journey toward any big goal is never going to be flawless. There will be days you stumble, moments where you fall short, but these small victories allow you to see progress in a more balanced way. They remind you that growth is messy and nonlinear. Every small win is a reminder that you don't have to be perfect to be moving forward. You just have to keep showing up, keep trying, keep improving. By recognizing small successes, you learn to value persistence over perfection, knowing that every effort counts, no matter how imperfect it may seem. Celebrating small wins isn't about settling for less, it's about setting yourself up for more. It's about stacking up those achievements like bricks in a wall, building a foundation so strong that even the biggest challenges won't shake it. Each small win strengthens your belief in yourself, showing you that progress is possible and that you're capable of more than you might realize. When you recognize these achievements, you're reinforcing a mindset that values growth and resilience. You're creating a habit of success, a pattern of recognizing progress, which makes it easier to tackle each day with confidence. In the end, small wins remind you that you're not just chasing a goal, you're evolving. Every tiny victory, every inch of progress is shaping you, making you more resilient, more determined, more capable. Consistency is the secret weapon behind any success story. It's not always the big dramatic moves that bring you closer to your goals. It's the everyday commitment, the small, steady actions repeated day after day that build true progress. Staying consistent, even when the motivation fades, even when things get tough, is what separates those who talk about their dreams from those who actually achieve them. Each day you show up, you're investing in yourself, building a stronger foundation, and proving to yourself that your dreams matter enough to keep grinding for them, no matter what. Showing up every day is an act of discipline, and discipline is what keeps you going when the excitement wears off. There will be days when you don't feel like doing the work, when doubt creeps in, or when the results just don't seem to match the effort. But it's on these days that showing up matters the most. It's in the consistency that you find resilience, in the repetition that you create strength. Every single time you choose to show up, you're telling yourself that you are committed, that you're willing to put in the work, even when it's uncomfortable or difficult. Consistency is also a way of building trust in yourself. Each time you show up, you're reinforcing a belief that you are capable, that you have the grit to keep pushing forward. The more you honor your commitment to yourself, the more confidence you build. Trust in yourself is essential, especially when the road gets rough, because you're going to need that confidence to push through doubt and negativity. When you show up daily, regardless of how you feel, you're proving that you can rely on yourself, that you're willing to put in the effort, that you're committed to the journey, no matter what obstacles come your way. Being consistent doesn't mean going full speed every day. It means making progress, even if it's just a little. Some days you might move forward in big leaps, other days it might feel like a tiny step. But progress is progress. By showing up consistently, you're allowing yourself to move forward no matter the pace. You're teaching yourself that success is a long game, not an overnight victory. Each day adds up, each effort accumulates, and before you know it, the small steps have turned into giant leaps. Consistency keeps you on track, ensuring that each day is a building block that brings you closer to where you want to be. The power of consistency lies in its ability to create momentum. Each day you show up, you're fueling that forward motion, building a momentum that becomes nearly unstoppable. This momentum is what pushes you through the hard times, what helps you overcome setbacks. When you show up every day, you're not starting from scratch. Each time you're picking up where you left off, adding layer upon layer of progress. Over time, this momentum grows, and suddenly what once felt impossible becomes within reach. Consistency is the key that turns effort into momentum and momentum into achievement. Every day that you show up, you're reaffirming your commitment to your goals, telling yourself that you're all in, that you're here for the long haul. This isn't about perfection or speed, it's about dedication and perseverance. Each day, each action, no matter how small, builds upon the last, creating a chain of efforts that strengthens over time. When you stay consistent and show up every day, you're honoring your journey, staying true to your purpose, and proving to yourself that you have what it takes to see it through.